Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Morton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Morton. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off play action. Morton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Morton fighting through. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jensen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Morton. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Freeman. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. drop to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to look to throw. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now let's go.
Throwing on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. To give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Morton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Off play action. Morton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he's flushed out left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Morton. That's Samuel, caught left side. 23 yards on the play.
We got three down. Let's go.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Operating from the gun, Morton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tech McKinley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Morton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
All right, here we go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Smith trying to run for it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Detroit!
Here's Smith. Wiggles, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He spins free. And the Panthers coming out now. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Still this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Leopard. Leopard. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Morton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive, and he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
To throw again. Morton being chased out left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And they'll go on the ground. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Morton caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now.
Off play action. Morton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jensen. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. operating from the gun. Morton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Set! Blue, line it!
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Smith. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it down.
See if they can do just that. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Morton. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's forced out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Carolina, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.